Don't let the tariff wars weigh you down. Control your finances today. It's absolutely crazy what's going on with the tariff wars. Every day it's a new topic that they're talking about, but it's all about who has more balls to implement what first. And it's horrible because it's who suffers. It's us regular folks that live our everyday lives that are suffering. Today, I'm going to talk about two things that you have control over within your finances to save money. And it's not about chasing the lowest mortgage rates. By implementing these two things, it may have the biggest impact on your life today. Tune in. Hello, everyone. My name is Sylvia Ho, and I'm a financial landlord consultant. I'm also a mortgage agent and a landlord for the last 24 years. I work with landlords today across Canada and aspiring landlords who want to save money via paying lower taxes legally and paying less interest to the banks. If you love the training that I give you every single Wednesday, please like, please love, please comment below to encourage me to make more of these videos. And also, if you're watching via YouTube, please subscribe. Two things you have control over within your finances to save money. And it's not about chasing the lowest mortgage rate. Two things. Okay, what are they? The first thing is knowing your numbers. And the second thing is a cash flow reallocation strategy and the must-haves for this strategy to work. I'll go over the blueprint and the three must-haves. So let's talk about the first thing, knowing your numbers. Now, I'm not talking about budgeting. I am the worst at budgeting. I don't think I've budgeted in my entire life. We spend money. And we spend a lot of money. When I look at our numbers, I'm like, oh my goodness, did we really spend that much? But by tracking what you spend, it actually gives you an idea. So I'm not talking about budgeting. Okay, I'm only going to spend, $500 on groceries, this amount on this activity. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just how much did you spend in 2024 for eating out? How much did you spend in 2024 for my kids' activities? They're in competitive cheer and competitive hockey. How much did that cost us? How much did it cost us for Lego? I love Lego. I'm pretty addicted to Lego. I love Lego and I buy a lot of sets. And then when I looked at how much I spent, I'm like, maybe I don't really need the set, right? So it's all about knowing your numbers. And I think next week I'm gonna do I'm going to show you what I do for knowing your numbers. It's going to be a step-by-step process on what I do, and it actually helps me for my accounting to give it to my accountant. So we'll talk about that next week. But let's talk about, so that's number one, knowing your numbers. I'm not talking about budgeting. I'm just saying knowing how much you spend. So number two, cash flow reallocation strategy called rental cash stemming. I'm going to go over the blueprint and the three must-have. So what is the three must-haves for rental cash stemming to work? So I tell this to everybody. The first thing is you must collect rent on a regular basis. So whether you are a basement landlord or whether you are a landlord that owns one condo or whether you're a landlord that owns a duplex or a triplex, you must collect rent on a regular basis, and it must be for long-term leases. It cannot be for short-term. So if you are a landlord who does Airbnbs, wrong person to talk to. I'm not the person to talk to implement the strategy. Okay. If you're a landlord that collects rent from your basement apartment or from a suite, or from a standalone rental property, then yes. So for rental cash stemming to work, you must collect rent on a regular basis for long-term tenants. Second thing is you must make regular mortgage payments towards your owner-occupied home mortgage. Remember, the whole purpose about rental cash stemming is to convert bad debt to good debt. But the ultimate effect is how to pay off your owner-occupied home mortgage 8 to 12 years earlier than planned. When I put these plans together in a complimentary mortgage strategy session, we figure out together how fast they can pay off their owner-occupied home mortgage than their current plan. So if they're on a 30-year plan and they're making mortgage payments based on a 30-year plan, then I'm going to say, hey, how can we get that 30 years down to 22 years or 21 years or maybe lower than that? Okay. So, and then the third thing that you must have for rental cash stemming to work is a re-advanceable line of credit. A re-advanceable line of credit is having access to the equity that's in your home. As you pay down your mortgage every single month, you have access to this line of credit. So there are different types of line of credits within different lenders, re-advanceable line of credits. So BMO has one, Scotia, Royal, National Bank, Bank of Montreal, they all have re-advanceable line of credits, but not all line of credits are exactly the same. Okay, so you have to have the right type of re-advanceable line of credit that will give you the best bang for your buck in regards to, well, not bang for your buck, to get you the maximum benefits when it comes to applying the strategy. Okay. So, two things that you have control over within your finances to save money via taxes and interest. And it's not about chasing rates, it's about knowing your numbers and the cash flow reallocation strategy called rental cash stemming. Within rental cash stemming, you must have three halves. There must be three things that happen for rental cash stemming to work. You collect rent, make your regular mortgage payments, and have a re-advanceable line of credit. All right. So we're going to talk about rental cash stemming and what the blueprint is in rental cash stemming, how to do this reallocation, cash flow reallocation strategy. And how it works is this. Every single month, you get your rental income. You likely deposit it into a bank account. And from that bank account, you pay your mortgage payments, your property taxes, your condo fees, insurance, any repairs on your rental property. So you have a separate standalone account. Or maybe you mix it with your personal finances. But either way, 99% of landlords run their business this way. And by doing it this way, you are leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table. What I'm going to tell you to do instead is take your rental income and prepay your owner-occupied home mortgage. So let's just say you get $3,000 in rental income. I'm going to ask you to prepay your owner-occupied home mortgage. Let's just say you have $500,000 mortgage on your primary home. Every single month, you're going to prepay $3,000. So in a year times, you're going to prepay $36,000 a year, plus your regular mortgage payments. And that will melt away your $500,000 mortgage really, really, really fast. The next step is, because you have this re-advanceable line of credit, you're going to use that line of credit to pay for all the rental expenses. Now, when it comes to rental cash stemming, there's a very specific way to do it, and there's a very specific way to track it that CRA allows the deductions and allows the strategy to work to your benefit. If you do the strategy incorrectly, and when CRA comes to audit you, they may come across and they may come to you and say, well, everything that you did is incorrect. You got to start all over again. And then you lose out on all those valuable years that you think you're doing it correctly. So someone like myself, as a financial landlord consultant, I will show you the step-by-step process as we work together for a full year to implement this rental cash stemming. I will show you how to track it properly. I will show you what to give to your accountant. I will show you how to set up your accounts. I will make sure that you have the right re-advanceable line of credit. So that's what I do as a financial consultant. So to recap, what did we talk about? We talked about the doom and gloom that's going around in the world today with the tariffs being imposed by Mr. Trump there, and that it's causing a lot of uncertainty in our lives in regards to finances, and it's causing uneasiness. So we don't have control about what Trump is going to do and what all these other leaders are going to do, but what we do have control over is our finances. So the two things that you have control over is knowing your numbers and the cash flow reallocation strategy for landlords. If you love what you have been listening to, please like, please comment below, please love this video. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my weekly training. My name is Sylvia Ho, and I'm a financial landlord consultant and a mortgage agent for the last 24 years. I'm also a landlord, and my passion is to work with landlords and aspiring landlords to help them save money via decreasing the taxes that they pay the government legally and saving interest that they pay the banks. I will talk to you next week, and next week we're going to talk about knowing your numbers and how I do it for my family. Thanks so much for listening. Take care. Bye now.